All right, this is Ace with RockRevolt magazine, and I am here with Mr. Scott Stapp. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing good. Thank you.
Hey, again, thank you for spending the time with us today. You are going out on the Make America Rock Again tour, which you were playing in Wichita this evening, correct?
Yeah, I'm sitting here in Wichita now and getting ready to hit sound check as soon as we're done.
Oh, right on. So, cool. Now, this is a really good tour. They did this last year. It had some really great bands on it. And again, there's some killer bands on there that's going out with you. How did this happen for you? How'd you get on this bill?
The Make America Rock Again folks reached out to my booking agent at AGI and asked if I'd like to headline the tour and be a part of it. And, I saw the other bands that were on the bill, and I'm friends, with Rick and the guys from Adelita's Way, and
yeah.
Drowning Pool has been a label mate of mine for, 15 plus years, maybe more. And Sick Puppies, I've played a couple festivals with those guys and have met them, and they're great people. And I thought it'd be great to be a part of.
Right on, yeah. So you kind of saw that lineup and was like, oh, man, these are just old friends. Just let's go out and have a great time and play some music.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Right on. Now, it's kind of funny because they're doing the whole Make America Rock Again. They're kind of playing off the whole Trump Make America Great Again, which, it's kind of cool. But, it does kind of have a good meaning to it. America does need to rock again. Rock kind of died. I don't want to say it died out, but it kind of went on a lull for a bit. What do you think?
Well, one thing I always say is rock kind of shifted out of mainstream music, and it shifted out of mainstream culture of late. And what I mean by that is, back during Creed's heyday, and even as Creed's last record in 2009, we had songs that not only were on the active rock and mainstream rock formats, but that also pop radio still played rock music. And so rock was getting a tremendous amount of exposure that it's not getting today. You don't hear rock bands on pop radio. And so I think it's a great title to kind of insinuate, let's make rock great again. Let's get it back into the mainstream, and get it back into where it can reach the masses as these, other genres are.
Now, do you think that maybe that the swing and, the rock music not be playing on the pop stations, because, pop is just littered with all kinds of new music and everything like that. Do you think it has anything to do with the labels mainly leaning more towards pop music than they are rock, just because instead of being in a room with a bunch of creators and musicians like, rock bands, they're basically in a room with one artist and they're controlling everything about that aspect, kind of like, back in the big label days. Do you think that might have anything to do with the swing there?
It definitely does, but I also think it just has to do with the songs. You know what I mean? It has to do with the songs that are being written by rock artists. So I think it's a little bit of both.
Right. Okay. Now, what is the crowd going to be able to expect from you on this tour and tonight? Obviously there's going to be, quite a bit of Creed, I'm sure. You've got a couple solo albums to pick and choose from. What about any Art of Anarchy stuff? Is it going to be a mixed bag, or what are you going to be playing?
Well, with Art of Anarchy, being a band that's still actively on tour, we've got a show coming up August 12th in Colorado, and we just finished a tour a little over a week ago and had toured at the beginning of this year. So I'll leave Art of Anarchy to Art of Anarchy as we're still touring and promoting the record in between all this. But as far as what I'm doing for Make America Rock Again, I'm doing, songs from my Creed catalog, all the hits that the Creed fans have come to know and that the general public knows of me and what I've been involved with. And then I'll throw in one or two of my solo songs that have had, radio success that are familiar, because I want this to be a night of music that people know and are familiar with and enjoy. And so that's exactly what I'm bringing. I'm basically bringing a Creed show wherever I go.
Right on. And I'm sure you just, like having that crowd singing everything back to you word for word. It just fuels you up and gets you fired and ready to go, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's it like, going out there and performing, the old Creed tracks? Does it bring up any nostalgia, any of those good feelings of back in the day? What's it like for you?
Oh, absolutely, man. And I still love the songs and love to play them live, and the connection with the songs to the fans is still there. And so it's going to be a part of me for the rest of my career. All those songs from 97, to 2009 are going to follow me everywhere I go for the rest of my career.
You say 97. Do you ever just say that year and think, holy cow, that was a long time ago? I graduated high school that year, so I was just like, oh, God, whew, that just kind of, put something over me right there, you saying that year.
Yeah, man. Time flies, man. It's definitely gone by in the blink of an eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you did talk about, you've done some touring here this year with Art of Anarchy, and you got some dates coming up. What's it like, is there any difference being with the Art of Anarchy guys? I mean, you got John Moyer, Bumblefoot, the Votto Boys. I mean, it's kind of a, little different vibe than it was, when you first started out with Creed. Is there any big difference to you? Anything, comparisons that you can make?
They're great guys. And it's a different band than Creed, a different sound, a different style, different personalities, and so it's its own thing, But the guys are great, and we have great chemistry, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
All right, and I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Moyer right before April, before you guys did that run in April for Art of Anarchy, and there was something he brought up, man, that really kind of stuck with me, and it stuck with me even to this day. And hopefully, you might want to talk about it. If not, that's your call. But he was talking about your sobriety and the battles you had with it. And John was able to tell me to the exact day at that point in time how many days you had been, on your sobriety, and that just it hit me hard, because that means your support system. Those guys are there with you. You guys love each other. You're a group of guys that are supporting each other. I mean, because he knew that much information, and I mean, it's just something that kind of just stuck with me. I mean, just your thoughts on that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man. That was very important to me prior to making a decision about being involved with Art of Anarchy. That the guys knew how important my sobriety was to me, and knew how committed that I am to my sobriety, and they've even gone to some meetings with me while we were on the road. And they've been very, very supportive of me, and that made it a lot easier to become a part of the band, knowing that I had that kind of support. Absolutely,
yeah. I was very impressed by that. It was very impressive, and I mean, not only are you doing that, you got to be hitting the gym or something, man. We shot you into at Trees in Dallas on your acoustic run, and there's a couple pictures, man. You got some guns going on. You're taking care of yourself, man. You're looking good.
Oh, thank you, man. That's all part of just trying to maintain a sober life and a healthy lifestyle, and staying fit, and keeping myself in shape so I can still do these rock and roll shows like I want to, man.
Oh, yeah. And, obviously, Moyer's got Disturbed, Bumblefoot's all over the place. When you guys aren't doing Art of Anarchy and you're not doing your solo, are you working on a new solo album? What do you got going on for yourself?
Yeah, I am. In October, I'll be starting the writing and recording for my third solo record. And so, I'm hoping for to release that next year. So got a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. Good deal. Well, Scott, I know you got sound check to get to. Again, I greatly appreciate you spending some time with me beforehand. And, man, go give the people what they want to see, man. I know they're going to look forward to seeing you and everybody on this Make America Rock Again tour. So, again, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for your time, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, Scott. Have a good day, sir.
All right. You too, man.
All right. Thank you. Bye.